What's going on, everybody? My name's Jeff and welcome back to today's video. So today's video, I'm essentially going to be showing you guys my new setup, or like not my workflow, but kind of just my new rice, sort of say. Just kind of want to show you guys what I'm rocking. In my previous videos that I was doing, I was on Ubuntu 20.04, and funny thing is I'm still on Ubuntu 20.04. But so anybody who sees this is just a lie to make myself look cool. I'm on Ubuntu. So to start this video off, like I said, I am on Ubuntu 20.04. Let me go and open up a terminal so I can prove that to you guys. Alright, so right here I'm on Ubuntu 20.04. I'm running i3 as my window manager. Now, as you guys can kind of tell, I originally installed i3. I prefer i3 gaps, but like I originally installed i3, and I was like, well, like, yeah, you know, efficiency wise it's really nice, but I'm an aesthetics person, you know. I like a clean looking workspace, and I don't know, I just prefer like a visually pleasing setup, right? So I'm going to show you guys this. Am I splitting right? Yes. Yeah, so I am on i3 gaps, as you guys can tell. I don't know how else to, I don't think this matters. But yeah, so essentially, I just wanted to give you kind of a rundown on what I'm rocking. So up at the top here, we have Polybar. I couldn't tell you the theme. I will leave this theme in the description below. It will currently rock MPD or MPC or something like that. I'm still kind of new to the whole like client stuff with music, local, whatever. I ended up changing. Let me just go ahead and show you guys what I did. So when you get this theme, and I leave it in the GitHub below, you're gonna see like a thing. If you don't have MPD installed, it'll just be up here and it's like MPD not found, right? So right now I have Spotify instead of it playing locally because I don't download music. I prefer to listen through Spotify. So I do have the Spotify module up there, and yes, it does work to play. I'm not going to play it because I think my desktop audios are really loud right now. Let me go ahead and show you guys kind of like my config. So this is essentially my Polybar config. As you guys can tell, I went for kind of a, I don't know, I forgot where I saw this theme. It's just like a gray on pink, and I was like, I wonder if it would be cool to like make it more of like a like a peachish color, or like a light pink, pastel. Right there it is. That's the word. So I did kind of like a lighter gray, and then did like a pastel pinkish salmon, or whatever you want to call it, for my Polybar. And then I went ahead in the i3 config and configured, added a line of code, which I'll show you guys here in a minute. I added a line of code to where I changed my border colors to kind of match my Polybar. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So let me go ahead and show you guys. So here's my bar, blah, 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 blah. Let me find the modules. I don't think it's not under modules. It should be up here. Actually under bars, where is it? Yeah, modules, right. Okay, so I'm probably going to be shouting out a lot of people in this video because I got a good amount of help with this, getting all this working and set up right. So to get this working, I think what it is, it's legit just one word. This will be, when you open up your Polybar config for this theme, it's going to be MPD, and then that's what's going to be displaying up on your screen, right? So that's a module that's all the way at the bottom. But there also is a Spotify module that comes with this theme, or I don't know if it just comes with Polybar configs in general. I'm still kind of like learning as I go. So to get the Spotify setup, obviously, if you go to the GitHub, you got to follow kind of the description, or like what you got to do. So you got to have a lot of fonts already downloaded and in a fonts folder. I think it's in local share for any of this to work. So to get the Arch symbol, to get the Spotify symbol, any of these, you're going to need all the correct fonts enabled. But literally all you do to change it is just change this to from MPD to Spotify, and then you'll save it. Just normal modules. I didn't mess with this too much, I don't think. I think time, I changed it because this was H, so I think it was H and M. That made it to where it was 24-hour time, so I changed that to I and M so I can have 12-hour time, so I'm not a fan of 24-hour time. Pulse audio, blah, 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 blah. And here's the MPD. I was messing with this a lot, so if I go head up there and you guys can kind of see the format symbol, the Spotify symbol right there. I'll show you the Spotify thing first. So this is where kind of the symbol comes in. It's running with player CTL. So if I actually go up here, I'll kind of show you what it's going to look like if you have this set when you first load up this theme. So if I change this to MPD, save it, it's going to pop up with this, right? If you have this stuff installed, then it will work. But like I said, I don't, play music locally. I prefer like Spotify. So I just changed this module so that way, and it's gone because my Spotify is closed. You do have to have your Spotify open, but you can just minimize that, so that's not really a problem. But yes, that's just kind of like a rundown of my Polybar config. So I'll go ahead and exit out of that. Let me Control L. Where is it? CD, I think. And I'll kind of go ahead and give you a rundown of my i3 config, right? So the one thing that I changed before I had i3 gaps was I changed font pango monospace to 0. So what that does is it will be set to 8, I believe, and it's like the title bar. Like it says right here, so font for window titles. If you set it to 0, there's going to be no font at all, and then the title bar gets removed. But at first, it'll be glitchy. I don't know if it stays like that. I may have just kind of broke something and then it worked. I didn't want the title bar because I wanted it to look as minimalistic as possible, right? So anybody new to Linux at all, what i3 is essentially, it's a window manager. So any operating system for Linux you're on has some sort of window manager or WM. And they kind of react differently, right? So KDE or like Ubuntu, that runs like the Plasma framework. It runs on KWin window manager, and it's just kind of like you're tiling, right? So let me kind of, before I go into this, I want to kind of give you guys just like what this means. So you're on Windows, right? So for Windows, they call that a floating window manager. So cool thing with i3 is you can change it from tiling to floating, right? For like a window. So if I do mod shift space, and then I can do like mod R for resizing. I don't know, I don't resize much, but you can, there you go. You can make it a floating window if you would like, but I personally don't use it. Like I think the only time people use the floating windows that I've seen is just for like if they're doing like rising screenshots, right? Just to kind of show their modded out like configs they made. So that's what a tiling manager is. So for Windows, you have a bunch of those floating windows and they overlap each other. With tiling, anything, because there's multiple different tiling managers or window managers, right? So if I open up another like window, it auto tiles it for me. So if I open up another terminal, it's going to open up another terminal and it's going to auto tile everything to where it's like symmetrical and half, right? So it uses up your screen real estate by 100%. So it's not going to overlap anything. It's just going to take up everything completely. Another cool thing about a tiling manager is you could change the direction it splits. So right now if I do mod H, you can see that little blue bar over here, and it shows you that that's going to split a window right. So if I open up another terminal, Oh, that's actually wrong one. There we go. It'll open up right. And then let's say if I want to do one down. So if I do mod H, nope, mod V, open up another one, it's going to open up another one downwards. Same thing if I switch over to this one, mod V, open up another one, does that. Let's mod H that, open up another one. It's going to, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, and you're able to control all of it. Which I think is pretty cool. And it's mainly keyboard based, so like choosing and selecting windows to focus on. It's like, it depends on your settings on how you run it, but usually it's Windows key left and right. Or if I want to, if I have one down, then obviously it's down, so I could just, you know, switch to that. Mod Shift Q to close, because you don't need titles and all that take up screen real estate. And if you're on a tiling manager, either you just want your computer to look good, or you actually care about like workflow and like stuff like not being hidden, and it's just kind of, it really is just frustrating, right? So let me go ahead and hop back into my config. This is pretty much it. This, like I said, this just kind of removed the title, and somehow all of it got removed. It was acting weird at first. This is my own key bindings. This is not it. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, no, 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 no. Hold on, let me find it real quick, guys. Give me 1 second. Oh, there it is. Okay, my bad. I passed it already. So these are my key bindings for player CTL. So instead of, you know how I showed you guys the Spotify up there, i3 doesn't work well with like audio or media keys, like because I have G something Prodigy by Logitech and RGB keyboard, and it has media keys on it for like skipping, muting, whatever, and playing audio. Well, you have to set your own key bindings for that. This is pretty much the only thing I really changed is the key bindings. So now I could play Spotify without having to point and click. I can just use my media keys, blah, 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 just workspaces. And then I think I have some stuff at the bottom. Yeah, so here's where I kind of just changed the border color. These are the blocks of code. Shout out to Dreskus. I'll leave the Unix porn server in the description below. So if you guys ever want to get into this stuff, just go ahead and join that, and pretty much just go from there, right? They got something for everybody. So you just kind of add this in there, and then you're able to change the border color of your windows. So I wanted it to just kind of match that because I just love the color scheme. Here's where I set the gaps for the screen gaps. Like I said, if I wanted to, you could change that. I don't know why you would want it this big, but if I save that and I open up to the right, it will. Oh, I forgot Mod Shift R. My bad, guys. Mod Shift C. Sorry, I'm airing out. Yeah, that like that's really it. But I don't know. i3 gaps for me is just I guess it's just like look based. Actually, I need to stop that. No, nope. There it is. Alright, yeah, no, so it just kind of like raises the gaps on the outside, and then you got your inner gap. So I keep that at 10. 10. That's just pretty much my preference, and that's usually like the generic setting that people usually run. I have, this is for, because my X-Render wasn't working, for my screen display, because anytime I have one big monitor in front of me, which I use as my main monitor, then my laptop's hooked up to it to the right of me, it would always turn on in i3, they don't have like a thing to where, because there's no point and click on a desktop, really no graphical like things you can do, no like application menu, stuff like that. So it won't, you have to use a graphical A-render, and it wouldn't save anything. I found out you can actually execute, if you save the configuration for A-render on your window configuration, you could, it saves as an executable, and then you could just add it into your i3 config, so exec always, so anytime you turn your PC into i3, your windows stay the same, which I can show you guys that a tutorial if you guys really want, because I know some people are still having issues with that. This is just for Compton, so transparency, stuff like that. This is to auto launch my Polybar, and then this is for my wallpaper, because like I said, if you're on a tiling manager, you can't right click on a desktop or go into settings. Your settings is this is your settings, right? So you have to manually like find a module and set your wallpaper yourself. So that just auto sets that current wallpaper, and that's pretty much it for my Polybar. What am I doing? So other than that, the only other thing that is different is I just kind of changed my terminal colors to kind of match. I'll probably take out this little icon here. I just ran it because I thought it looked cool. I just kind of like the style because it was great. It fit with everything else. But yeah, I'll probably remove that so it kind of fits, because that's just kind of like, I don't know, just overlapping another image. I'm not too much or too fond of that. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else like different other than like the power button for Polybar. That's why I like Polybar. It's very interactive, so I can just click on that and it has like reboot, log out, stuff like that. Or if you really wanted to, just type in reboot on your PC or into your terminal, and then you could just shut your PC down. So that's pretty much it, guys. I just kind of wanted to give you a rundown on my current workflow, or what I'm running right now. I might do a different rice or kind of like a different theme setup for my computer in the future. If you guys want to see that, please let me know in the comments down below. If you guys like the video, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. It would be greatly appreciated. I just hit 2.5 thousand views on my first video like months ago. I don't know why it got so many views, because Discord just released. I guess it's because like people want to know how to do that, but Discord just released the screen record for Discord servers and their latest update. But you know, I'm still getting views on it, which is crazy. So I do want to thank everybody for just kind of watching my videos and commenting. I do appreciate that, and I do respond to all comments. But without further ado, I will leave my Discord servers in the description below, as well as some other stuff. I will leave my Cash App in the description below. That's not me begging. That's just if you want to donate at this point. Any donations will probably just go towards a new mic for better recording, so I can put out better content for you guys. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.